Hello and welcome to another very special episode of Lazy Pants. This is Tan Pants Lazy Edition. When we're too tired to do the video stuff, in this case, we couldn't find a pivotal chord to make the video happen. So, welcome to Lazy Pants. And also, Max isn't here. So, I mean...
Max, if you stole our chord.
Max stole the... That explains everything. Max is like, I can't do the podcast tonight. I'm going to make sure no one can do the podcast. I'm taking the pivotal chord. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yep. But now it's Lazy Pants.
Now it's Lazy Pants. So,
Lazy
In
Pants
fact,
part 2.
I'm not even going to wear pants.
yep, Clay's pants are... We're not going to talk about Clay's pants. We're going to talk about something else.
I'm wearing jeans.
I found a very special new invention that's been made. So, hang on. Let me grab my foldable computer.
Your x64 architecture laptop.
Ow. No, my laptop. And I'm going to read you a shocking statistic.
Will the results shock us?
They will, yeah. Across the United States, a child swallows a battery once every 3 hours. Okay. Don't laugh. It's bad.
Sorry.
Bad, Clay.
It's just, I don't know.
It's a real problem. But it's not funny. No, don't laugh. Clay, you're awful. You're awful, Clay.
Every 3 hours.
Every 3 hours, a kid swallows a battery.
Not the same kid, though.
Kid. No, they're different kids. So, like, the batteries in questions are the long, AA batteries, but like the circle watch batteries.
That's what I was thinking.
Those are the main. I'm sure some crazy kids eating
I bet
AA's.
you there's some adults that have fallen for
Oh,
it.
there's someone eating D batteries. You know it.
Oh, man.
But it's a very serious problem. Whenever a kid eats one of these batteries, it like destroys their neck, destroys their stomach, and if they don't get to the hospital and get major surgery quick,
They could die.
they'll die. You will die.
Yeah.
Oh.
And a lot of these kids who swallow batteries on accident or, it's a cute little silver thing. I'll put it in my mouth. It's tiny. Oh, I swallowed it. Oh, whatever. And then the acid in the battery, it does permanent long-lasting damage to the kid. If the kid hasn't gotten help quickly, then the kid will die. So some people are trying to find a way to harmlessly retrieve batteries from stomachs. And not just batteries, but any accidentally swallowed thing. Because they don't want to have to cut open your stomach, and they don't want to have to put a big old long thing down your throat to grab it.
Nobody wants to do that.
Nobody wants that. So they've invented a robot that fits inside of a pill. You swallow it, and then the robot emerges from the pill like a caterpillar from a butterfly sac.
Whoa.
And it's this gooey slug thing. It's like controlled by magnets, which, again, you don't want to swallow those either.
Yeah.
And this thing, like, I saw a video of it. They were controlling it to do things like connect wires. So they had these two wires on a table, and they need to connect them to get a light bulb turned on. And this little goo thing is like goop, 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 kind of squishes its way along real slow, grabs one wire, grabs the other wire, and goops together and brings them together, and they connect, and the light turns on. So the idea is this: you swallow this little goopy robot, and the goopy robot goes down into your stomach, and the goopy robot finds the battery and wraps around it, and then either comes back up or goes out with it.
Okay.
Well, I don't remember exactly what it would do after it found the battery. Wow. But the video I saw was this substantially large goopy robot thing. You know, like silly putty?
Yeah.
Oh, like imagine wet Play-Doh. It looked like wet Play-Doh that was moving like an animal, like a slug.
Wow.
It's like a robot slug. And they could cut it with a knife and it would form back together again. It was very, very, very weird.
Wow. So it's like a straight up jelly monster. Jelly monster.
It's a jelly monster. So they're saying that one day it could be used to retrieve swallowed objects. It could even possibly patch smaller wounds in the stomach. So the proof of concept demonstrates that the small device folds into an ice capsule about the size of a gummy bear. When the ice thaws inside the body, the robot unfurls as though it's a piece of origami filmed in reverse. Then once flattened, the origami robot wriggles around the stomach, controlled by human operators using external magnetic fields.
It's the size of a gummy bear?
It's in there and then unfolds.
Yeah, so you can't even chew it. You're swallowing like a gummy bear whole.
Yeah, it's still pretty large.
Like, I was thinking of like batteries. I was thinking like, oh, it's like a kid swallows a marble. You know, it's like, oh, you got to poop it out now, kid.
Yeah, as I was saying. So once unfolded, the robot could use its own onboard magnets to pluck a battery out of the stomach lining. It would then maneuver its cargo through the rest of the digestive system. So this thing has to carry the battery all the way through. That still sounds pretty dangerous to me because it's a battery. But I just thought it was cool because it was this, the video I saw, the initial video, I couldn't imagine swallowing it because it's like, here, swallow this slug. It's gonna crawl around inside your stomach and find whatever it needs to find and keep on crawling. It's just very interesting. But I say all this to anyone who's listening. Do not leave little round batteries around your house if you have a kid, especially like a little kid. Please don't let your kids swallow batteries. They're like, it's really bad.
We should start a PSA.
PSA.
What does PSA stand for?
Public service announcement.
Don't swallow batteries.
Hasn't that already been like a PSA like 10 times?
I don't know, but I'm like a commercial.
I mean, the fact it happens every 3 hours,
Yeah.
a kid swallows a battery. So, on to happier things. Clay found something extraordinary, I hear.
Yep.
It was
He's a practitioner in this
pretty good. He's a practitioner.
Yep. So it's called Cocoa Pebbles. They are delicious.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's not my topic. That's just something nice I found.
That's just a fact.
That is a nice thing.
Yes.
Hey guys, I discovered this nice thing. It's called Cocoa Pebbles. You pour it in a bowl and you put milk on it. Milk comes from a cow, and then you eat it, and it turns the milk from the cow that I was talking about earlier into chocolate milk, which milk by itself is fine, but
Which is
chocolate
a chocolate
milk?
version of milk.
Yeah, because chocolate comes from a cow, but it's not brown, it's white. But it turns brown with the cocoa, because Cocoa Pebbles is also brown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm talking about is bowling.
Bowling.
And there are different types. So the kind that we do here in America is usually 10-pin bowling.
Okay.
Pin.
There are people that do candle pin bowling. It's
Are they smaller?
With candles,
yeah,
like
it's
lit flames?
It's thinner and it's really tall like a candle.
Oh, okay.
And it's got a much smaller ball. And then you have duck pin bowling, which is kind of the same thing, except it's a lot smaller.
And there are ducks.
Yeah, they're short and squat like a duck. And there is massive elitism between the... like, I've at least seen, like, a candlepin guy, like, "Ugh, you guys, ours are, like, so much thinner, and our ball is smaller. It's
The skill
just
gap, you
takes-
can't even
Yes.
understand.
The
skill
gap is there. It's visibly there.
You need a high IQ and skill level to do candlepin.
You don't understand candle pinning.
And it's, like, theirs is much taller, so it's a straight down thing, so it's got...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more wobbly. As to which is harder, I don't know.
So, I mean, it's not like American bowling, we've got it figured out. We have machines and entire buildings that just do bowling, and we do it with that. Like, there's like one person there running it, and the entire thing works. Candlepin bowling sounds like it's harder to set up because sounds like they're more wobbly.
You don't know.
Yeah, because even when, like, the pins, they come down, they're kind of wobbling a little bit.
They are, but that machine's perfect.
Yeah.
I suck at bowling. I'm really bad at bowling.
You're not
should do
bad
10
at
pins bowling.
bowling. You just have not trained.
Is Wii bowling one of those categories?
Yes.
Wii bowling is frowned upon by all factions.
I think people liked it.
Yeah, people like it, but true bowlers,
True bowlers, they bowl digitally. Like, I went to this, like when you're spending the night with other bowlers, like, hey, we're going to go to a thing.
Oh,
We got Wii bowling.
That thing where you spend the night with other bowlers, what's that called?
Like, you go to a tournament and you
Yeah,
get...
tournament. Yeah,
Tournament.
okay. I thought like you went on a sleepover with just your bowling friends. Hey, bowling friends, let's go on a
Clay was
sleepover and
on
just
a
talk about bowling.
tournament.
Okay, so you went somewhere to bowl, but it was like overnight?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you stay at like a hotel?
Yeah.
And someone brought a Wii and you played Wii bowling.
Yeah. And
Cool.
That sounds pretty
on
good.
the way there, everyone had their phones out, playing like this mobile bowling game.
So these guys were like serious about bowling. They weren't like, I had to join up. Like my mom said, do a sport, so I figured I'll do bowling. These are people who like their vocation in their life was bowling.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
So on a scale of nerds, with 0 being like a cool dude you would know as a nerd, and like 10 being the guy dresses up as Boba Fett, but like it's a fat Boba Fett.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the
'cause
ultimate
he's not
nerd.
exactly the shape of Boba
No,
Fett.
he's not the shape of Boba Fett, but he wants to be Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Where would you rate them?
It varies a lot.
Okay.
So like I saw like a guy, skinny, nerdy guy. And you
Yeah.
had this one guy it's like, oh, this guy, he's like, He's in the student council. He's cool.
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah.
And then you had like this one girl, like, oh, she's a bad girl. She hangs with the bad kids, and all different types.
So there's a pretty wide spectrum in the bowling areas.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool. More people should bowl.
More people used to bowl.
At the Olympics.
The Olympics should have bowling. The Olympics should be just bowling. Wouldn't it be funny if everyone shows up, welcome to the Olympics, where it's just bowling. And the people here for racing like, no!
And 20% of the crowd is like, yes.
Yes! Everyone else is like,
What?
okay, we'll see how this goes.
Oh.
He's like, are you using the duck pins or the skinny pins?
But bowling, it's really, really old.
Ooh.
Oh.
Dates back to 5,200 BC.
Is that when the first bowling machine was made?
Yes.
The first bowling alley?
Well, they found a grave with a miniature bowling set.
A grave?
Yeah. Remnants of bowling balls were found in ancient Egypt dating back to 3,200 BC, made of all different things, stone, alabaster.
So, like, how do they know that it was bowling?
They just know that it's like a whole set. They're like, that looks like a bowling set.
Oh, it's definitely a bowling set.
Yeah, so apparently it died out for a little while. And then it was
You had a resurgence.
yeah, in the Roman Empire 2,000 years ago.
Oh.
Jesus showed up and said, guys,
Listen, y'all.
we're going to bowl.
I know the Romans are being jerks to you guys, but listen, we could bowl.
Listen, we're going to invite the Italians over and have making power nazzos.
And then Peter's like, I don't know about this, Jesus. I mean, I find fishing, but I don't know if I can bowl. And
He's like, have faith, Cephas.
just have faith, Cephas. Look, Judas is doing great. He's great at bowling.
Yeah, and around 400 AD, got picked up in Germany. And apparently Germany had a weird thing around that time.
Okay.
Because, they were like, oh, Yule, it's Christmas now.
Yule is the thing.
Ah.
So they were Christianizing everything that was pagan.
Hey,
And even things that weren't pagan. They're like, boiling your meat is worship of God now.
it's now Christian.
Bowling is now
It's Christian.
Remember that
See those
day?
pins? Those are Judas's, the most infamous bowling player of all time.
That was pretty much
Knocked
it.
down all the Judases
You
with
remember that one-
Cephas the ball.
In 1366, King Edward III banned it because it was a distraction.
Everyone,
What?
I can't get any work done. All you hear all day long is yes, and then and then the clattering of pins.
Yeah. Well, he thought that since it was gaining such popularity, that people would stop doing archery, and then they wouldn't have any archers left for the army.
That's true because in archery there's a good crossover between having fun and killing people. With bowling, that's my knowledge, hasn't been used to kill anyone yet, unless you like hit them with a bowling pin, which isn't allowed.
And then in 1511, King Henry VIII,
Brought it back.
he was an avid bowler.
Oh,
What?
And he banned it for the lower classes and imposed a levy for private lanes to limit them only to the wealthy.
Listen, he made this
What?
an exclusive sport.
None
Only
of
the
you
best
peasants
played it.
can bowl. What happened was, I'm the best bowler in the land. And he goes down to the bowling
He was
alley.
tired of noobs ponying him.
He walks down, he gets his shoes, and he goes down to get some nachos. He sits down like, I'm the best bowler. And then some little dirty kid off the street with no shoes rolls like 3 strikes in a row. And the kid's like, how you like that, Henry? And the king's like, that's it. Everyone out. This is just for the rich now.
And in a little bit later, like 3 decades later, he prohibited it for all workers. So if you're an employee of someone, you don't own your own business, you can't bowl.
It happened again. That kid worked hard.
Except at Christmas.
Okay, that kid worked hard and long, and he got shoes, and he had money. He goes back, he's like, I'm rich now, Mr. King. And he rolls 5 strikes. He's like, top that, Henry. He's like, that's it. You don't have freaking business. Except on Christmas. You can bowl on Christmas. You just got to be Christian after all.
Yeah, and it wasn't repealed until 1845.
Wow, that's
What's
a while.
repealed?
Like, removed.
So it started in the 1500s,
Yeah.
and then for like 200 years or 300 years?
300 years.
Wow.
No bowling.
Dude,
Henry and that kid.
they were having
Yeah.
at it.
But Martin Luther, he was a prominent bowler.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he did the Protestant Reformation.
I'm the Protestant Reformation. What's his
Bowler.
name? Martin Luther. Bowl. Convert everyone to Christianity. If they don't,
Bowl.
burn them. Bowl them.
So he set the pin numbers at 9.
Wait, Martin Luther?
Yeah.
He was a pin setter.
Everyone, enough of this pin nonsense. That's 9.
Yeah, it varied from 3 to 17.
3? Come on. What are we, babies? What are you, a child?
Yeah, I mean,
3?
I agree. That's baby mode.
It's like 10. Nah, 10's too hard. Let's do 9. Yeah, 9's a good number.
Yeah. So he had a lane built next to his home for his children, and sometimes rolling a ball himself.
Oh, come on. No man builds a bowling alley for his children.
Come on.
That was the excuse. He was down there all the time bowling.
So on July 19th, 1588, English Vice Admiral Sir Francis Drake, he was bowling at Plymouth Hoe when the Spanish Armada arrived, and he said, "We might have enough time to finish the game and beat the Spaniards too."
Did they challenge him to bowl? I bet the Spaniards are like, they're there. Oh, they're bowling. Let's wait a second.
And I think he had to they were waiting for the tide of the water to change, and he's like,
Oh,
"We have enough time."
I can finish
Yeah.
the game. I'm imagining like actual bowling like alleys, and like they're wearing like jerseys, and like they got nachos. Like in every time period, this is the exact same bowling alley with the stupid carpet and the broken arcade machines in the back, and
Right.
the crappy scores up there with the little animations.
Right. The animations.
They're all the
glorious
same.
animations.
Yeah, but the bowling that we do is called 10-pin bowling because we do 10 pins.
Okay, we had to beat Martin Luther.
Yeah.
It arose in the 1800s as an alternative to 9-pin bowling with truly standardized regulations not being agreed upon until nearly the end of that century.
And then Martin Luther's ghost comes up like, you can't, you could have sullied my memory this way.
They're like, listen, Martin Luther, do people really remember you because of the bowling?
If only they remembered me just because of the bowling.
Yeah, bowling came to America because of German immigrants
Oh, okay. It's good of them.
bringing their bowling. And it stayed around New York for quite a while. They formed the ABC, the American Bowling Congress,
It's perfect.
and there's also the National Bowling Association.
Now, in the movie Let There Be Blood, it happened in the 30s, I think. It is around the 30s, around the Great Depression. And the main guy was rich because after all the oil he got, and he had his own private bowling alley. Did they have bowling like we recognize it in the 30s? Was that accurate for that movie?
Probably pretty close. See, and they had a professional bowling association and the Women's International Bowling Congress. They had a lot of different things,
A lot of bowling.
all simultaneous. By
Is
the
there
way,
dolphin bowling?
Not yet.
it was pretty much in the ABC. It was a white males only.
White males only for
White
the
males
ABC.
only.
That's why they had the Women's International.
It's like, listen, guys, we have to be more inclusive. Women,
Ooh, just women.
come on.
Actually, that didn't start until the 90s.
The 90s?
Yeah,
Wow. I mean, the poor peasants had to wait 300 years to play bowling.
but it got pretty popular, especially around the 40s to the 60s. It went from 70,000 people in the American Bowling Congress to about 4.6 million.
That's pretty good.
And the women's one had 4.2 million.
Wow.
And that's just pretty much in America.
So bowling is a big deal.
It was, but I looked it up and now they only have they both combined to become the United States Bowling Congress.
Keep it simpler.
And now it only has about 1 million people.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah, it's had a big fall from the 60s all the way because it has to compete more with football and baseball and that TikTok.
Elden Ring.
Yep.
Is there bowling in Elden Ring? There should be.
There's bowling in every game when you really dig into
When
the
you
mechanics.
really dig, bowling's in there somewhere. That must be the most ancient game. Because if you give anybody a stick and a rock, they're like, oh, watch this. He sits at the stick and throws the rock at it.
It's physics.
And everyone's like, oh, physics engine. The physics engine.
It's so good.
And then video games happen, look at this. And then Valve does Valve does Half-Life 2, physics engine. Like, whoa, physics is the best thing ever.
And then Valve was like, we're not going to top this. We're not going to make another game until
That's
we
it.
top
Like,
it.
we officially made like bowling and like video games. I mean, you can't top bowling.
Yeah.
Where do you go from there?
And there was a bowling alley in the White House,
Of course, yeah.
put there by President Truman.
Hey,
But the American Society of Planning Officials in 1958 characterized bowling alleys as a poor man's country club.
oh come on,
Come on, you're getting on to the poor people can't.
It used to be rich people. Now only poor people play bowling. Now we go to dog fights.
Yeah, there were different things like beer leagues where they were sponsored by beer companies.
Yeah.
Action bowling and pot bowling matches where they had betting. In that 60s era, I think mentioned something about how much they were paid. In the 1960s, the top bowling professionals were the highest paid athletes in the country.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's get back to those days because listen, these football stars, they don't deserve it. The bowling people deserve it, man.
Yeah, let's be real.
Yeah. See here, I forget where it said it, but somewhere it said that like why it's associated with middle class guys.
It's probably The Simpsons.
Huh.
Because he would bowl.
Simpson was a bowler.
Simpson's a bowler, man.
Yeah.
What was O.J. Simpson?
He was a bowler, yeah.
Oh, he was a bowler.
O.J. Simpson was a bowler. That's all he did was bowl. O.J. Simpson may have been the best bowler ever until he ran over that guy with his car. And he went on a high-speed chase, and he stole a penguin. If O.J. only got his stuff together, I mean, now he's doing pretty good. He does those exercise videos, and he runs Facebook now. And O.J. was not a bowler, Joshua. O.J. was a football player. No, was he? Yeah, he was a football player. Yeah, football.
That peak I mentioned of over 8 million, it was there, but it started declining for a while throughout the 80s to the 2000s. But there was an increase in bowlers, just not professional, like in the leagues and stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
So normal people, like, this is fun.
Yeah, but the leagues actually, your bowling alley would get more money for people bowling in the league than it would from a recreational bowler. Mm-hmm. So
Well, if you think about it too, it's easier to get really into bowling than other sports.
It's accessible.
It's more accessible, and it's also, you feel cool because if you have your own bowling ball in your bowling ball bag, you're cool.
It's like
And your own-
personalization.
It's like easy too. It's not like golfing. You need all the clubs and the shoes and the hat and the pants, everything. No, all you need are the shoes and the ball.
Yeah.
And you're in, and you're cool because you went above and beyond everybody else. And it's so easy to go above and beyond everybody else in bowling.
There are multiple little extra accessories you could go for.
There are, and
Like
they're all
the rag hanging out of your gym shorts.
the rag and the gym shorts. Yeah.
To
The headband.
to wipe your brow.
You could get the tattoo on
Yeah,
your
you could shave your head.
shave your head, get the tattoo on your pale wobbly bicep,
You get a bag
your bag,
for your bowling stuff.
and then a trophy that stays in the bowling league
You
with your name on
always
it.
like carry your trophy with you.
Hey guys, I won last year. You want to see my trophy? It's right here next to me. You can see it. Clay, what's the future of bowling? We talked about it's great. I mean, humanity and bowling have grown up together.
There was no bowling in Trump.
And in fact, the world started to go bad. When the bowling started to drop out? Now it's just football. And now the world's falling apart. We need to get back to our roots. We need to get back to bowling. If everyone got back to bowling, the world would be better. I'm saying this now.
The economy.
It's connected to bowling. Elon Musk should get into bowling so it
You
skyrockets.
should.
Because he bought into Twitter. Now Twitter stock is good now. He now owns, he has the biggest share of Twitter now.
Yeah.
He's Mr. Twitter.
He is Twitter.
I wonder how will that change anything at all? Or
Probably not. Yeah, but essentially, it's viewed as a sport where people are not as many kids are in it. They think so. They think of like middle-aged men, overweight, drinking, their friends. They don't view it as being an athletic sport, because it's
just throwing a ball.
yeah,
Not even throwing, just
yeah.
I'm going to use my arms. Momentum here.
And one of the reasons is because the bowling alleys, they use what are called easy conditions for recreational bowling. Basically, they have like a really easy oil pattern that makes it easy to bowl. Yeah, and you can, of course, have those things on the side that you pull up.
Yeah, those bumpers. Yeah,
Bumpers.
So you're just it goes from a swinging motion to just a push.
To attract more people in, they've had to do all different things. Like they started around the 80s started having other stuff in there. So, the pool tables that you see there, the arcade
Yes.
machines,
Yeah.
those did not used to be there. That's a new thing from the 80s. And they've also gotten even bigger now, having laser tag and rope courses and climbing walls and all other types of event.
Yeah,
things.
they've had to
Because
diversify.
they need to bring people to their thing
Yeah.
to get them bowling.
Now, I would be more into like a serious laser tag place.
Yeah, laser tag.
Like where it's like we have rope course, we have bowling. No, this is just laser tag.
Yeah.
And we have like 5 courses going on at once. So this course starts in 10 minutes, this course starts in an hour, this course is happening now. And they're all different themes. These are laser pirates. These are laser bandits. These are laser cops and robbers. These are just laser tag. This over here is My Little Pony.
What?
My Little Pony is the most popular one.
Obviously.
Obviously.
And there's been a controversy because
With the bowling?
yes,
There's no.
There is no
how you can pull a perfect game.
Yeah, a turkey?
Yeah.
No, perfect game strikes all the way.
Wow.
It used to be extremely rare, but it's become more and more common to such a degree that they're like, okay, something's up here. And it's because they developed a lot of different technologies for bowling.
Okay.
So, first off, they put a weight in the ball that's offset so it can curve.
Right.
And then they've improved upon that over the years to figure out how that you can design that offset weight kind of a different shape to maximize that curve potential. They've developed a sticky plastic to use to make the balls out of, so it has more traction. And then, of course, you can drill a hole in the side of your ball. And you can also, there's new throwing techniques. So the old technique is you throw it, and you kind of just turn your hand from flat to sideways while you're throwing it.
Okay.
And that'll curve it.
right.
But then they're like, oh, there's the professional technique where they do that, but when they do it, they pull their arm up really fast. When it's in front of them, they go all the way up, like really fast with all their force to get as much of a spin off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the what's called the helicopter style, where you pull your arm all the way back, like way above you, and then with the weight of it going out, and then when you let go of it, you twist your hand all the way.
And so people have just mastered the game.
Yeah, and there's also the two-handed throwing style, popularized in Australia in the 2000s.
Throw it with 2 hands.
I've seen a couple bowlers that do that. They're pretty good. And so you have 2 hands, you have even more grip.
I've
to
seen that
add
before. Yeah,
more
yeah.
spin. And so like these balls, they can just about, like it looks like it's going just about 90 degrees when it hits, like boom.
Wow.
And getting it from that angle is what increases your strike potential.
Huh.
So they've created regulations now. One of their things is they're changing up all the oil patterns to make it harder to curve your ball.
Okay.
And the second is they banned anything that has a no balance holes.
Okay.
Okay.
Both of my balls have balance holes in them. So my balls are banned now.
Interesting.
And you can't undo that.
So what do you call it when a game is it solved?
What,
Like,
when
when
it's over?
Well, there's no point in playing anymore because everyone knows how to win. And this is how you win the game. So bowling has almost been, I mean, it's been around for so long, of course it's solved.
Yeah.
They found the
Well, I mean, it's
the
not
height,
like it's
the
100%.
Yeah.
Like, no, like every one of them is doing it.
Listen, I just need to join because then I'll bring the ratio down so far.
You can get pretty good in a short time if you have a good coach.
Good coach.
Because like
That's cool.
what I had with bowling was I kind of had to start by myself, and so I had a lot of bad habits. Basically, like I had built up, and it's to have to kind of undo those.
Right.
But then other people who like they had a coach from day one, they were able to get really good really fast.
right.
Like I mean, like just a couple months.
I think I would rather get good at golfing
Yeah.
because golfing just seems like you're outside, you're on a nice manicured area.
sweating.
You're sweating, yeah, but you're also like you look good.
You meet the mayor of the town.
Hey, I'm the mayor of the town.
You mean Donald Trump?
He says, "You want some money? I need to get rid of this money for tax reasons. Here, give me a foot massage. I'll give you all this money." See, golfing. If you meet the mayor at the bowling alley. He's like, hey, I'm here because I'm trying to buy drugs. I might as well bowl while I'm here too.
I did know one guy who he almost went pro.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, okay, I put in my notice at work, my 2-week notice.
He's gonna
I'm
bowl.
about to go. And then he got injured, on his knee.
Oh.
Like, he broke his leg at work, and it was, around the knee, and that's one of the things, you got to have good knees.
Man.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
if you mess up your knee, you can't bowl professionally, pretty much. He was literally a week away from, being on tour. Bowling's big problem has been getting sponsors. I remember bowling in the youth, it was always Sonic.
I could see them, yeah. Sonic bowling, yeah. That fits.
It kind of fits, yeah.
Listen, what if Sonic, I keep thinking Sonic the Hedgehog, what if the restaurant Sonic just had bowling alleys? You drive up, your mom I'll go sit in the car in the drive-thru, you go bowl. And the bowling, yeah, Sonic bowling, yeah. You get slushies and they'll make a killing. They'll make so much, the food at Sonic isn't that great and the food at bowling alleys isn't that great. Let's bring that together to make something that's still not great, but maybe a little bit more good.
I mean, you can go to Sonic and you get ice cream, and it's good because it's ice cream.
Our Sonic, I would get a mix, right? I'd eat, that's good. And then one time I was way up in Oklahoma City. I think you were there with me. On the way, let's go to Sonic. So I got what I usually got. I got a mix, and it was so much better because the ice cream was thick, and it was whoa! It was our Sonic sucks. What's wrong with our Sonic? This is so much better. So now our Sonic. I don't go there anymore because I know that there's something wrong with this building.
My family, when we go to Sonic, we go to the one on the next town.
Oh, there is one. Yeah, you're right. Who wants to play? Who wants to have a budget with 2 digits in it?
All right.
Okay, guys, I went through ahead of time and I handpicked the very best ones out of this document. Josh, here's your first question. What is the world's most popular first name? The world's most popular first name. What is it, Joshua?
Due to the purest
I
algorithm.
know this.
You know this?
Perfect name due to the purest algorithm.
No, not the most perfect name. The world's most popular first name.
Craig.
It's Craig?
Yes.
Clay, what is it?
Ahmed.
It is actually...
Wait, no, Muhammad.
It's Muhammad.
Sorry.
What?
Muhammad's the most popular first name from this quiz from 2001.
Still is. Because I've seen people say the most common first name is Muhammad. Most common last name is something like
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
But they never overlap, though.
I wonder, this is a quiz from 2001. I wonder if, that just keeps being said and no one checks it anymore.
Maybe.
Or maybe people are well, if it's the most popular name, I might as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
Clay, I'll give you 1 point for that. Here's your next question. You ready? What was the name of John Steinbeck's dog, Charlie?
Wait, is this Grapes of Wrath guy?
John Steinbeck? I think so, yeah. Yeah, Clay, what was the name of John Steinbeck's dog, Charlie?
I'm going to guess Charlie.
The answer is Standard Poodle. So whoever put this thing together...
Wait, are those fields mixed up?
Yeah,
What was the name of his standard poodle, Charlie?
What was the name of John Steinbeck's dog, Standard Poodle?
I guess
What was the name of his dog, standard
I mean,
poodle?
this entire... Everything here is very confusing.
Almost as if it's Google translated or something.
No, this is 2001, Joshua. Someone hand put this
Yahoo
together.
translated.
So this is this is 2 a.m. Whoever's making this wrote this and didn't care anymore.
Oh, no.
I think they meant what breed is it?
Yeah, they probably meant, what was the breed of... No. The answer has to be Charlie.
No, what was the name of
Or maybe it was. What was
the breed?
What was the name of the breed of the John Steinbeck's dog, Charlie? It was a Standard Poodle. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah. Joshua. Okay, you got 1 point for that because that's, of course. Josh, for 10 points. In Alberta, what are you not allowed to paint? And in parentheses, it's illegal.
It's going to be something dumb.
What are you not allowed to paint in Alberta? Because it's illegal.
Think of it. It's Alberta.
It's Alberta.
You are not allowed to draw
Paint.
You're not allowed
Now,
to.
this isn't like I get a piece of I get some paper and paint something.
Yeah.
This is I can't go paint this object.
Oh,
If I find this object out in my everyday, I can't paint it.
fence.
The answer is a wooden log. Like,
Why?
stop painting my wooden logs.
Why is that?
I have
gonna
them
call my-
lined up.
I'm going to call my Canadian alternative to a congressman. Whatever the heck they are. Okay, Clay, now it's your turn for some illegal thing. In Maine, it is illegal to step out of what?
What?
In Maine, what is it illegal to step out of?
A moving car.
I'm gonna say a trolley.
A trolley. The answer is a flying plane.
Well, that makes sense.
Sir, you can't walk out of that. It's illegal.
It's illegal.
It's illegal to walk out of a flying plane.
And he stops. He's like, "Oh, glad you stopped me."
Oh my goodness. Thank you very much, son. I was about to walk out of that plane and die. I'm so glad I won't die and go to jail. Joshua, what fictional archaeologist trained under Professor Abner Ravenwood?
Sherlock Holmes.
Think about it. Ravenwood.
What fictional archaeologist trained under Professor Abner Ravenwood? Think of all those fictional archaeologists.
Fictional archaeologist.
Which one trained under Professor Abner Ravenwood?
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones. Good job.
Oh, nice.
The only one to choose from.
I guess.
Oh, yeah, I looked it up. It's not a wooden log.
What is it?
It's a wooden ladder.
What?
It's so that you can ensure the quality of the ladder.
Yeah.
Because if it's painted over, it might look good, but it
This-
might not be a good ladder.
This says log.
Yeah.
L-O-G.
It's lying to you. It's a liar.
This test, man. Clay, in Wyoming, in June specifically, it's illegal to take a picture of what?
It's Wyoming.
It's Wyoming.
You got Yellowstone Park there.
It's in June.
It's in June.
What can't you take a picture of?
A buffalo. Bison.
A rabbit.
A rabbit.
You can't take no picture, no rabbit.
Why?
It's June. You can't take a... Let me see your phone. I gotta check every... Let me see your phones. Okay, Josh, this is the final question.
Okay.
By law, in China, to go to school, you must be what?
Chinese.
No, that's not it. The answer is intelligent. By law in China, to go to school, you must be intelligent. No dummies allowed.
I looked up Wyoming as well.
Yeah?
It's not June. It's January to April.
You can't take pictures of rabbits?
Yeah.
Why?
Without an official permit.
You need a permit to take a picture of rabbits?
No one seems to know why this season law was ever in effect.
Nobody knows why.
We don't know what... We don't understand.
It's also illegal for a woman to stand within 5 feet of a bar while drinking.
Yeah, you gotta walk away
She
from the bar to
can't-
drink.
She has to walk a few feet away.
That's it. Thank you so much for playing Who Wants to Have a Budget with 2 digits in it.
You know, Wyoming, they know what's up. It's illegal to wear a hat at a theater or amusement event that
Sure.
obstructs the spectator's view behind you.
Yes, thank you.
That's in so
That's a
many
good one.
movies. If you don't close your gate, it's a $750 fine.
You didn't close your gate.
You can't take pictures of trash.
Hang on. What are you taking a picture of trash? This is my child. Josh, news, Josh, to give us some news.
Scientists broadcast Earth locations to aliens.
Why would you freaking do that?
Because
Have you seen a single film?
Yes.
have you listened to Steven?
Hawking?
Yeah, didn't he say that? He was like, don't do that. That's not a good
No,
idea.
Steven
Yeah.
Universe.
Anything more to say about that, or what?
Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. They're basically doing the same thing they did like a few years ago. Or,
How is this news? I mean, the fact that
I don't know. They're just doing it again.
the first human voice to reach beyond the Earth, like, and travel through space, is Adolf Hitler giving a speech at the Olympics.
Is it?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
that was the first broadcast that was a frequency high enough or whatever to leave the Earth's influence and actually go out.
Oh, wow.
It's Adolf Hitler's voice.
I thought just all of them could. So like it would just be like Testing. 1, 2.
No,
Testing.
the speakers or whatever were big enough for those sound waves to actually leave. Now, if you were to run into the sound waves far, far away, they wouldn't be anything. They'd be so jarbled.
No, but technology,
advanced
alien technology,
maybe they could recover some of it.
theoretically can pick it up.
They could definitely find out where it came from, the origin.
Maybe that's what we find because they always have like, there's a weird signal. It's just, I don't know, just trash.
Must be a new kind of star. It's called a quasar. What's that? It's new. Oh, it's probably just black. It's a black hole.
Wait, this one's transmitting binary code.
It's just a binary star.
Man rickrolls entire city with giant QR code.
Okay, I like that.
So the QR code is projected with a bunch of drones. So the drones made the image in the sky.
You go, what's that?
Just like that Spider-Man villain.
It's like, oh, it's a QR code. Aliens are trying to communicate. Quick, they told us where they were. Now they're gonna. Oh, they found out how to communicate with humans. It's the QR codes. They're genius. Oh, it's just Rick.
It's Rick. He's rolling.
Maybe those were aliens.
Maybe
Like,
they were.
The aliens, like, how do they communicate? Get online. All I find is this video everywhere. This must be how they communicate. Let's send it back to them.
Nope. Guard donkeys sent to protect northern Colorado cow herd from wolves.
That's what donkeys do. That's
what
like
they do.
It's true.
That's not even funny.
That's actually super cool because we have donkeys that do that.
Yeah, that's why we have donkeys.
Donkeys can do that.
That's also why you don't go out in the field at night alone if you have donkeys.
Donkeys are scary.
The donkeys will not know who you are, and they will kill you.
And then they'll be like, I want waffles.
And like, I want some waffles.
Hey, Shrek.
Hey, Shrek. Oh, I killed this guy. Why'd you kill him, donkey? Donkey, why'd you kill him? I don't know, Shrek. It was dark, and I was scared, so I killed him. Donkey,
Solid.
Help me hide the body. Okay, Shrek, fine. I'll get a shovel. Oh, my hooves don't work with shovels. Donkey, you're useless. You're useless, donkey.
Solid chocolate bunny used as weapon in assault on Brandon store clerk.
I thought you said my Shrek impression was solid, so I kept going with Shrek. I'm like, I guess it's okay. So I did more Shrek.
Oh, but it says employee suffered minor injuries. How solid was Mr.
Read the.
Look, I see a package.
Can you
packaging of this chocolate bunny? The name of the package is Mr. Solid.
Can you read the headline again? Because I was still in Shrek land trying to decipher what you were talking about.
Solid chocolate bunny used as a weapon in assault on Brandon store clerk. So is Brandon a store?
Is this Brandon at a store or a store named Brandon? What are they going to name our store? Something friendly. Brandon.
I think we need to investigate further.
Official Let's Go Brandon store.
We should actually read the article.
Wait, it's a Let's Go Brandon store?
No, I don't know. That's just what I Googled.
Oh, okay.
I just Googled Brandon store.
It's probably just some local store.
Welcome to Let's Go Brandon.
Maybe I should do some more investigation. Brandon's probably a location, like a city.
Oh, in Brandon. Okay.
Brandon.
So people there actually probably say Let's Go Brandon.
They're
at
actually-
sporting events.
Yeah.
They're actually
It fits.
No, they're actually in Brandon. Like just a guy named Brandon.
Oh.
They got shrunk down. Like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Honey, I Shrunk the Brandon. Well, hang on. What if the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids guy, he almost eats his kid with the cereal? What if he did, and then he got shrunk?
I guess.
And then he gets eaten by the wife eating cereal, and then she gets shrunk. And you have people getting shrunk.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, fine. So someone was attacked with a solid bunny chocolate.
Officers were called Thursday afternoon after a man stole merchandise at a business. An employee who confronted the shoplifter was hit with a Mr. Solid brand chocolate bunny.
Like, back up. I'll hit you with Mr. Solid.
Mr. Solid, take that.
Mr.
The
Solid.
employee suffered minor injuries.
From Mr. Solid.
Mr. Solid. The accused shoplifter ran away but was found and arrested nearby.
He had
While still in possession of the stolen merchandise.
put down the bunny. Put the bunny down.
The man was released from custody. Why? And will appear. Oh, does that just mean they put him out of jail cell and then he's in court?
He probably paid his bail or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
And will appear in court on charges of assault and theft under $5,000.
The judge's like, you attacked the defendant with a Mr. Solid the bunny. Is the bunny here today? And they bring out the Mr. Solid. It's like got a dent in it. And the judge holds the dented part next to the guy's head. He's like, yep, it fits.
I imagine like the minor injury. The guy just like threw the chocolate at him. The guy went, "Ow,
Ouch.
Ow. That was a Mr. Solid.
It was a Mr.
the heck?
Solid.
Yeah.
Because this chocolate bunny is usually hollow. This one's solid. It's a Mr. Solid.
And like they asked the clerk, "Are you hurt?" And he's like, "Emotionally."
It was just a Mr. Solid, but
And they're like, "He has minor injuries."
minor injuries.
Minor injuries. Rocket launchers found in a trash can near a California school.
Donkey.
It's obvious. A kid, he was hanging with his dad shooting rocket launchers. He brought him to school by accident. He's like, "Oh, I can't have these. Put these in the trash."
Inside the dumpster were 2 empty, one-time use disposable AT-4 launcher tubes.
See, one time use. They were already used. Someone just didn't want to have to put them in their
And
trash can.
one inert practice grenade that was cut in half.
What?
Inert practice grenade. See,
Inert practice grenade.
no threats here. Just somebody who had some
Who had some
equipment that didn't
military surplus. Harmless military
work.
surplus.
They were probably having fun,
having a blast.
like out in a field somewhere, shooting a rocket launcher.
Yeah, probably blowing up rabbits that they can't take pictures of. This is California, though, right? Not Wyoming.
This is in California.
Listen, they banned guns, not rocket launchers.
Are these weapons legal? This is what this article says. I don't think they are.
Yeah, anything that has the
I
word
think-
rocket in it is probably
Listen,
not a legal
You
weapon.
have the right to bear arms.
You do.
Michael Bay says Steven Spielberg told him to stop making Transformers movies.
Steven Spielberg.
And Michael Bay says, I should have stopped.
Yeah,
I've made too many of them, said Bay, looking back at his multi-million-dollar franchise.
I've made too many of them.
You know, maybe if it makes multi-million-dollars, it's not that bad.
The last one that I saw, I thought to myself, this looks lazy.
Yeah.
Like the special effects are amazing and big and whatever. They look very expensive, but everything else about it just looked lazy. Like the camera aspect ratio kept changing. The acting was weird. The editing was weird. The story wasn't there at all.
Oh yeah, it was boring. I
Yeah.
remember that. I remember like that's really nice Transformer guy. It's a very nice explosion. I am bored out of my mind.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Bay just, it felt like I was watching something like, I'll just make another one real quick. And
It's okay. He can make new movies now.
that's good.
It has nothing to do with Transformers. It's about these robot guys that transform into vehicles. Oh,
Yes.
wait, no. What if there's these vehicles, but they're actually robot guys? No. What if there's alien machines from space?
Yes.
And they can transform.
Man.
What? Dinosaurs? They transform? Dang it!
All right.
Poor Michael Bay.
Time travel.
Time travel this time, guys. And now they can transform. What more did Michael Bay say to Spielberg? Does Michael Bay say, like, I'm not making them anymore? What is Michael Bay doing now?
He was like, I should have stopped, but they were fun to do.
See, it's too much fun. He tried to stop.
He tried to stop.
Couldn't stop.
Michael Bay, if you want to come on the podcast and talk about your process, and we can help you come up with an idea that has no robots or transforming at all.
Yeah.
Okay, what if you have like a jet
A jet?
that has sentience
Okay.
and can morph
Okay.
into a giant mechanized being?
Okay. So let's take that and go a little bit more stealth. That movie with Will Smith in it, Stealth. You know,
What?
with the smart jet that was alive, and then go that direction. More iRobot. Let's start with iRobot.
In fact, let's make iRobot.
Let's just make iRobot again. Same movie, but it's starring Will Smith after he slapped Chris Rock,
Right.
and it's just like, but it's literally Will Smith, and then iRobot happens around him, and everyone's like in character, like, you're the guy from iRobot. Like, he's like, I'm just Will Smith, guys.
And he's like, nobody's scared of you. You can't slap. But like throughout the movie, his slaps get stronger.
but no.
At
So
the very
listen.
end, he does the final slap, and like the bad guy totally ragdolls across like the entire world. And it's like a 10-minute montage of him ragdolling
No,
across like.
here is my pitch for the iRobot remake. You get every single actor to do exactly their performance again.
Yeah.
Same camera angles and everything. And Will Smith is not in on it. And Will Smith is increasingly getting frustrated but they behave like he's giving the correct lines from iRobot, and they just keep ignoring him. And Will Smith is like, I'm doing this. He's not even like, he's not even dressed right. He's just Will Smith, not even the character from the movie.
You're a robot. You can't hurt people. Look, could you slap Chris Rock and make him feel pain? Robot's like, can you?
Oh. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Tan Pants, where we talk about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock again.
Thank you to our legendary Patreons, Gilstronkulous, the Big Time, and Navanjr. You guys are legendary Patreons.
I hope you guys enjoyed my Shrek impersonation as much as Josh did.
I hope you guys like our monotonous outro.
It was very solid, I thought. If you want to become a patron as well or join our Lazy Pants Podcast special group, you can join us on Patreon.
And if you want to hear more of our lovely voices.
Oh, that was awful, Clay. That was
If you would like
awful.
to join one of our podcasts, comment below.
Wow, that was quite the invitation there. We're not going to invite anyone unless you're like really special. Come on. Okay. We'll have Elon Musk and Michael Bay are the only ones we'd allow at this point. Maybe
We
Joe
just need to
Rogan.
get them to comment.
Yeah, just comment.
It could
It's
be
fine.
anything. You could just press space and click enter.
Yeah, everyone do that.
I actually don't. Will YouTube let you do that?
That sounds great. Everyone just do that. Space and enter.